So we're here with Carrie Luna. She was attacked on, was it Saturday?
It was Saturday night, Sunday morning, about 2 a.m.
Okay. So you were at the protest in Ferguson, down with all the people, and you were in the parking lot in your car, right?
Yes.
When everything happened.
Yes. About quarter to 12 o'clock, it had just been enacted. I think it was night 2 of the curfew. And we were going to stay, we were back and forth about it, deciding, and about quarter till we decided to go ahead, and they had been shooting tear gas already since just a little after 11. So we decided we were going to go ahead and see if we couldn't make an exit about quarter till. But as you look, I think that'd be south down West Flores. It doesn't really matter. Both directions were blocked off by police with cherries on. So we saw that and decided that maybe we'd stay after all. Maybe our choice was the wrong one. So we backed up into a parking lot pretty close to the intersection of Canfield and West Florissant. We could see the Quick Trip off to our left across the street. So we backed into this parking lot, backed my minivan into this parking lot, and decided that I'd just do some citizen journalism. That's kind of what I had been doing that night, just pictures and play-by-play kind of stuff as it was happening. And we watched a few more. They were kind of stationed. The police were kind of stationed to our right, and they were kind of slowly rolling down with the tear gas and the rubber bullets, getting everybody out to end at the Quick Trip. There was a couple of standoffs there with 5 people, and then they left, and then one person, and then he left, and then the bullhorn we heard on their whatever their megaphone is on that one of their big boxy military vehicles was something about the minivan in the parking lot. Please exit the area immediately. So my driver had been napping, and he decided to go ahead. We decided together, let's get out of here. That was probably, like I said, about quarter to 2 or so. Our arrest time was 2 a.m., so I'm guesstimating. But so we pulled down out of the parking lot, and the first thing, one of the fellows came out, one of the heavily armed, just all decked out policemen came out, and he came up to the driver and pointed at his face with a huge automatic weapon and started cussing us. So why the fuck are you down here? What the fuck are you doing? You've got to get the fuck out of here. You've got no business down here. And we've got our hands up. Where do we go? It's blocked off. You had plenty of fucking time to leave. Go that way. And he pointed us to the right, so we left that parking lot, turned right. Maybe 10 seconds later, there was big lights in our face. It was hard to see anything, and it was sprinkling, so it was hard to see. But we saw a line of policemen with guns pointed at us, and I heard stop. And within seconds, I wouldn't even say a second, they shot the windshield in front of where I was sitting. And we rolled down the windows, and he said, "Get out of the car with your hands up." They arrested us, and when we got past the line of just hundreds of police, we were walked through there to get to these paddy wagons. The lights were behind us so we could see. The press was up a hill way back there on the right. There's no way they caught it. And we got into the paddy wagons. We were there for quite a while, and then I saw what I would describe as hunting. There was no one left on the streets anywhere, and that I could see, that they could see. I mean, we followed them. The paddy wagons followed this train of walking officers in a couple of cars looking for people. I saw them beating on bushes with sticks and shining lights looking for people, and they finally found a group of 5, which I could not see them in the act when they got them. They reported to me they were pulled out of their car in their own driveway, 2 of them by the hair, and they were arrested as well. And I watched them hunt. I watched them hunt for people for a good, probably an hour and a half. And we went to the police station and got booked and released about 4 hours after we got there.
Unreal. So let's check out some of the aftermath here of what happened. Here's the van they attacked. And Carrie, you were sitting
In the passenger seat.
You're sitting in the passenger seat right here.
Yep.
So they're basically firing directly at your face.
Yes.
I mean,
That's how it felt. That's how it looked.
I mean that's just almost unfathomable for them to just come up. And you said it was the wooden pellets, right?
I'm pretty sure that's what I saw on the ground a lot that night. was little wooden pellets. They almost looked metal, but you could tell by feeling them they were wooden. I had a couple of them earlier in the night.
Right.
And that's what I'm assuming. They had rubber bullets too, but whatever it was, it was like stop, bang, and it scared the crap out of me.
That is unreal.
It was scary. But the guy that came up and pointed in the face is the one that, for whatever reason, that scared me worse than anything. I had visions for about 2 days. It's gone away now, but that guy freaked me out. That guy just, I'm no necessarily fan of cops, but that surprised me.
Right.
That he would act that way, all decked out like that, and still act that way towards us when we were obviously, where do we go? We're trapped here. What do you want us to do?
Right.
And then got in his face like that. I don't care rubber bullet or not. That close, if he'd have shot my partner, I don't think he'd be okay.
No.
Because that gun was huge.
They're considered lethal within a certain range. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but that
it was
close.
Inches. Like I said, it was inches at most 2 feet away from his face. I mean, it was. That part was more terrifying to me because once we were in the van with windows up, you feel a little more secure, or I do. That's part of why we were hiding in the car.
Right.
In the first place, we weren't being brave. We were actually kind of hiding that night.
Right.
So.
Unreal. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story, and
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stories.
Yeah, no doubt.
A lot of people.
All right, thank you.